Hi, this is Naomi with Sword and Steel, and today we're going to break open this November 2019 White Dwarf. Okay, so much going on. 4 exclusive cards, a black library art print. Let's carefully. Rudok Reds. Oh, there it is. That looks like Saint Celestine. What is going on with her hair, though? Pretty. Cool. Very nice art. And 4 cards for 4 different games. Neat. Alright. New ways to play Underworlds and Blackstone Fortress. Oh. And Index Imperialis Inquisition with updated rules. Beastgrave Battle Report and Tactics. Interview with author Dan Abnett. And much, much more for Warhammer Age of Sigmar and 40k. It's the season of giving, it says. Look at those squigs. Contact, where we feature your thoughts, questions, and painted miniatures. Send us letters and pictures and we'll print the best ones we get. These are nice. Wow. I like that. That's a nice flame. Look at that flame. Do you see that? Very nice. Very pretty. Ooh. Pretty. Kurnath Hunter. Worlds of Warhammer. Worlds of Warhammer delves into the background of the Age of Sigmar and the 41st millennium, looking at how stories are created and legends are born. This month, Andy Clark has taken up his servo quill to explain what it's like writing in the 41st millennium. Ooh. Organs. Echoes from the Warp. Echoes from the Warp is a regular column about the rules, tactics, and ongoing development of Warhammer 40,000, hosted by our games developer Robin Crudence. No, wait, that's not Robin, it's James Gallagher, and he's here to talk about Kill Team. Cute. A fiction about Inquisitor Valor. Or Valier. Index Imperialis. Going into figures part about the Inquisition. Index Inquisition. Alright. In this section, you will find datasheets and rules for using the forces of the Inquisition in your games of Warhammer 40k, powerful individuals and their retinues who have complete autonomy to pursue mankind's enemies. Through this section, you will come across the Ordo keyword. When you include such a unit in your army, you must nominate which Ordo it is from and then replace the Ordo keyword in every instance on its datasheet with the name of your chosen Ordo. The Ordos available are Ordo Hereticus, Ordo Malleus, Ordo Xenos, and Ordo Minoris, for example. Yes, okay, I understand. Quarry, units with the Ordo Malleus, Ordo Hereticus, Ordo Xenos, and Ordo Minoris gain their respective ability below. Ordo Malleus. When resolving an attack made by a model in this unit against a Chaos or Demon unit, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. Wow. Cool. Ordo Hereticus. When resolving an attack made by a model in this unit against a Chaos or Psyker unit, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. Neat. Ordo Xenos. When resolving an attack made by a model in this unit against a unit that is not Chaos, Imperium, or Unaligned, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. Cool. And Order Minoris. When resolving an attack made by a model in this unit against a character unit, you can reroll the hit and you can reroll the wound roll. Authority of the Inquisition. Infantry units with this ability can embark aboard any Imperium transport model, even if that model normally only permits models with other faction keywords to do so. All of the restrictions apply normally, and Inquisitor Terminator models can only embark aboard transport models that specifically allow Terminator models to do so. If your army is battle-forged, the following rules apply. No more than one Inquisitor unit can be included in any Inquisition detachment. If your army does not include any Inquisition detachments, one Inquisitor unit can be included in any other detachment without taking up a slot, so long as every unit in your army, with the exception of those that are unaligned, has the Imperium keyword and does not have the Fallen keyword. That Inquisitor unit does not prevent other units in your army benefiting from detachment abilities, e.g. chapter tactics, and does not require abilities that require every model in your army to have that above ability. In a matched play game, that Inquisitor unit is ignored for the purposes of the Battle Brothers rule, although all units in your army must have the Imperium faction keyword. Neat. So if your army is battle forged and includes any Inquisitor units, you have access to the stratagems shown here. Cyclonic Torpedo, 4 command points. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase. If an Inquisitor model from your army is on the battlefield, select 1 point on the battlefield and roll 1d6 for each unit within 2d6 of that point, subtracting 1 from the result if the unit is being rolled for is a character. On a 4+, the unit being rolled for suffers d3 mortal wounds. You could only use this stratagem once per battle. Inquisitorial Mandate, 1 command point. Use this stratagem before the battle. Select 1 Inquisitor model from your army that is not your warlord, and determine 1 warlord trait for it. It is regarded as your warlord for the purposes of that warlord trait. If that model is not a named character or vehicle, you can then give 1 relic of the Inquisition to that model. All of the relics your army includes must be different and be given to different models. You could only use this stratagem once per battle. And it says, if a stratagem is used before the battle to upgrade a unit, and you have an army roster, you must note which stratagems are used to upgrade which units. Seize the Interrogation. Seize for Interrogation. 1 command point. Use this stratagem in any phase after an enemy character unit is destroyed within 3 inches of any Inquisition units from your army. Use this stratagem in any phase after an enemy character unit is destroyed within 3 inches of any Inquisition units from your army. Gain d3 command points and subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of enemy units until the end of the battle. You can only use this stratagem once per battle. Requisition, 1 command point. Use this stratagem in your shooting phase, the fight phase, or your opponent's charge phase, when an Imperium infantry or an Imperium biker unit from your army that is within 6 inches of a friendly Inquisitor unit fires Overwatch or is chosen to shoot or fight with. Until the end of that phase, when resolving an attack made by a model in that unit against an enemy unit specified in that Inquisitor unit's query ability, reroll a hit roll of 1. Ooh, so we have Inquisitor Greyfax, Inquisitor Kotiez, Inquisitor Karamazov, and Inquisitor Eisenhorn. Right, Greyfax, 6 inches, 3+ weapon skill, 3+ bullet skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, 10 leadership, 3+ to save. Equipped with a Mastercraft Condemner Bolt Gun, a Mastercrafted Power Sword, frag grenades, crack grenades, and psych out grenades. You can only include one model of this, this model in your army. Has authority of the Inquisition and Query. He has a Psycho-Oculum. This model can target a Psycho character or Demon character unit, even if it is not the closest enemy unit. Refractor Shield, he has a 5+ invulnerable save. Indomitable, when a Deny the Witch test is taken for this model, add 1 to the total. And Unquestionable Wisdom. Friendly Imperium units can use this model's leadership instead of their own once they are within 6 inches of this model. And this model can attempt to manifest 1 psychic power in your psychic phase and attempt to deny 2 psychic powers in your opponent's psychic phase. It knows Smite and 1 psychic power from the Telesia discipline on page 36. So they're coming up. Cool. Ordo Hereticus. Okay. Inquisitor Cotiers has a 6-inch movement, 3+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, 10 leadership, and 2+ save. He is equipped with a bolt pistol, a Cyber Eagle, Mastercrafted Nemesis Demon Hammer. You can only include one of this model in your army. What does this Cyber Eagle do? 24 inches, assault d6, 4 strength, no AP, 1 damage. Cool. And the Mastercrafted Nemesis Demon Hunter is melee twice, so 6 strength, -3 AP, 3 damage. That's neat. He has authority of the Inquisition and Query. He has a Refractor Shield, giving him a 5+ invulnerable save. He has Unquestionable Wisdom, same as up there. Spy Network, when an enemy unit is set up on the battlefield as reinforcements. You can select one friendly Ordo Malleus. Okay, so yeah, he likes to be Ordo Malleus. Unit within 6 inches of this model. The selected unit can shoot at that enemy unit as if it were your shooting phase. That sounds particularly nasty. In addition, once per battle, when your opponent uses a stratagem, this model can use its Spy Network. If it does, your opponent must spend 1 additional command point to resolve that stratagem, or else it has no effect, and any command points spent on that stratagem are not considered to have been spent. This ability cannot affect stratagem used before the battle. Neat. And this model can manifest 2 psychic powers and attempt to deny 1 psychic power. It knows Smite and 1 psychic power from the Telesia discipline on page 36, which we will get to shortly. Inquisitor Karamazov. 5 movement, he's a bit slower. A 5-inch movement, 3+ weapon skill, ballistic skill 3+, strength 5, oh he's stronger. Strength 5, toughness 5, wounds 8, 4 attacks, leadership 10, saving on a 4+. He is equipped with a Mastercrafted Multi-Melta, a Mastercrafted Power Sword, Throne of Judgment's Stomping Feet, and you can only include one of this model in your army. Throne of Judgment's Stomping Feet, melee, user strength is 5, AP -1, 2 damage. When the bearer fights, it makes 2d3 additional attacks with this weapon. Cool. Alright, and he has Supreme Will. When a psychic test is taken for an enemy model within 12 inches of this model, subtract 1 from the total. In addition, if a psychic power manifested by an enemy model targets this model, roll 2d6. If the total is greater than or equal to the psychic total, this model is not affected by that power. Other models still affected normally. Unquestionable Wisdom. Dread Reputation. Subtract 1 from the leadership characteristic of enemy infantry units while they're within 12 inches of this model. Throne of Judgment. He has a 4+ invulnerable save, and he is with the Ordo Hereticus as well. Cool. And he is a vehicle. Right. Inquisitor Eisenhorn. He has 6-inch movement, 3+ to hit, 3+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, 10 leadership, and 4+ save. He is equipped with an Artificer bolt pistol, a Barbarisator. Runestaff, Electrobane Grenades. You can only include one of this model in your army. The Barbarisator is melee. User is 3 AP minus 3 D3 damage. When resolving an attack made with this weapon, add 1 to the hit roll. Okay? A Runestaff. Yeah. Runestaff. Plus 6 strength, minus 1. This guy does a lot of damage. Neat. Electrobane Grenades. When resolving an attack made with this weapon against a vehicle unit, an unmodified wound roll of 4 to 5 inflicts 1 mortal wound on the target in addition to any other damage, and an unmodified wound roll of 6 inflicts D3 mortal wounds on the target in addition to any other damage. Alright, so he has unquestionable wisdom as well. He has a radical bond. Whilst the Daemon Host model that was set up with this model's Malus Codicium ability is within 6 inches of this model, when resolving an attack made by that model, add 1 to the hit roll and wound roll, and when resolving an attack against that model, add 1 to its invulnerable save for that attack. No stranger to pain. When this model would lose a roll 1d6 on a 6, that wound is not lost. Wound specifically, not mortal wound. Oh, when it would lose a wound, though. So I guess that would count as mortal wounds as well. The way that wound is specified. Malus Codicium. Once per battle, at the end of your movement phase, you can use this ability. If you do, this model loses the unquestionable wisdom ability. Then, set up a Daemon Host unit within 6 inches of this model and more than 9 inches away from enemy models. Add 2 to that model's strength, toughness, wounds, and attacks characteristics. If this model is destroyed, that Daemon Host unit is also destroyed. That's pretty cool, though. Ordo Xenos, he is. He can manifest 2 psychic powers or deny 2 psychic powers. No smite and 2 psychic powers from the Telethia discipline. Cool. Awesome. I wonder what they cost. I assume they'll say here somewhere. This is your only source. Yeah, it says there. Let's have a look. So Inquisitor Kotias is 90, Inquisitor Eisenhower is 80, Inquisitor Greyfax is 85, and Inquisitor Karamazov is 115, including their war gear. And we've got Ordo Malleus Inquisitor in Terminator armor. 6 inches movement, 3+ to hit, 3+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, 9 leadership, 2+ save. He has a Stormbolter, a Nemesis Daemon Hammer, and Psychic Grenades. This model can be equipped with one of the following instead of the Stormbolter: 1 Combi Flamer, 1 Combo Melter, 1 Combi Plasma, or 1 Psi Cannon. This model can be equipped with 1 weapon from the Forces weapon list instead of 1 Nemesis Daemon Hammer. He has Terminator armor, so that gives him the 5+ invulnerable save. He has unquestionable wisdom, and he has Teleport Strike. During deployment, you can set up this model in a teleportarium chamber instead of setting it up on the battlefield. If you do, at the end of your movement phases, you can set this model anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from any enemy models. This model can attempt to manifest 1 psychic power in your psychic phase and attempt to deny 1 psychic power in your opponent's psychic phase. No smite and 1 psychic power from the Telethia discipline. It is Ordo Malleus. A simple Inquisitor. You get to choose Ordo. The Inquisitor is 6-inch movement, 3+ weapon skill, 3+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 5 wounds, 4 attacks, 9 leadership, 4+ saving throw. An Inquisitor is a single model equipped with a bolt pistol, a chainsword, frag grenades, and crack grenades. This model can have the Psyker keyword. If it does, it can be equipped with one weapon from the Force Weapons list instead of one chainsword. This model can be equipped with one of the following instead of one bolt pistol, one weapon from the Pistol Weapons list, one weapon from the Ranged Weapons list. This model can be equipped with one weapon from the Melee Weapon list instead of one chainsword. Okay? It has a Refractor Shield, which gives it a 5+ invulnerable save. It has Unquestionable Wisdom, and it has Iron Will. If this model is not a Psyker and a Psychic power is manifested, it just has a chance to break it, just like a Psyker would. If this model is a Psyker, it can attempt to manifest one Psychic power in your Psychic phase and attempt to deny one Psychic power in your opponent's Psychic phase. It knows Smite and one Psychic power from the Telethesia discipline. And the Demon Host, which you get to set up with Eisenhorn, is 6 inches, 4+ weapon skill, 4+ ballistic skill, strength 4, toughness 4, wounds 4, 3 attacks, 7 leadership, 7+ saving throw. A Demon Host is a single model equipped with an Unholy Gaze and Warp Grasp. So the Unholy Gaze is a 12-inch Assault 1 missile weapon, 8 strength, AP -1, 1 damage. When resolving an attack made with this weapon on a wound roll of 6+, this weapon has a damage characteristic of 3 for the attack. And its Warp Grasp is melee, strength is user, so 4, AP -3, and 1 damage. Ooh, a Demonic Power. At the start of your movement phase, roll 1d6 for each model with this ability and apply the following result. 1 to 2, Demonic Speed. Until the start of your next turn, this model has a move characteristic of 12 and can fly. Well, that's nice. 3 to 4, Reknit Host Form. This model regains all of its lost wounds. Ouch. And 5 to 6, roll 1d6 for each enemy unit within 3 inches of this model. On a 2+, the enemy unit suffers d3 mortal wounds. And of course, it is demonic, so it has a 5+ invulnerable save. Cool. Neat. Very neat. Ooh. Jakara Weaponsmith. Okay, well, the Jakara Weaponsmith now is 6-inch movement, 6+ weapon skill, 4+ ballistic skill, 2 strength, 3 toughness, 3 wounds, 2 attacks, 7 leadership, and 7+ saving throw. He has Jakara weapons, which you can choose to have Focus Strike, which is 24 inches, heavy 1, 8 strength, AP 3, and 3 damage, or you can have Scattershot at 12 inches, Assault 6, 4 strength, AP -1, and 1 damage. He has Defense Orbs, which gives him a 5+ invulnerable save. Inconceivable customization. At the start of your shooting phase, you can select one friendly Ordo unit within 3 inches of this model and roll 1d6. Apply the result from the following table to the selected unit until the end of the turn. 1 to 2, Augmented Targeting. When resolving an attack made by a model in this unit, you can reroll the hit roll. Augmented Penetration for 3 to 4. When resolving an attack made by this model, you can reroll the wound roll. 5 to 6, Total Augmentation. When resolving an attack made by this unit, you can reroll the hit roll and you can reroll the wound roll. Cool. How much do you cost, Jakara Weaponsmith? Excluding war gear, you are 18 points. But you only have Jakara weapons, which is 4. So you're 22 points. Neat. Acolyte. 6-inch movement, 4+ weapon skill, 4+ ballistic skill, 3 strength, 3 toughness, 1 wound, 2 attacks, 7 leadership, 5+ save. This unit contains 1 acolyte. It can additionally contain up to 5 additional acolytes. Power rating +1 per unit. Every model is equipped with a las pistol and a chainsword. Any model can be equipped with one weapon from the pistol's weapon list instead of a las pistol. Any model can be equipped with one from one weapon from the melee weapons or ranged weapon lists instead of a chainsword. It is an agent. If this unit contains one acolyte at the start of the battle, it gains the character keyword. A loyal servant. When a friendly Ordo Inquisitor model within 3 inches of this unit would lose any wounds as a result of an attack made against that model, this unit can attempt to intercept that attack. Roll 1d6. On a 2+, that model does not lose those wounds, and one model from this unit is destroyed. Only one attempt can be made to intercept each attack. That's neat. Acolytes. How much do you cost? Acolytes. 1 to 6 models per unit. 8 per model, excluding war gear, and their war gear was just a las pistol and chainsword. 0 for the las pistol. Chainsword. Sword. 0 for the chainsword. So, yeah, 8. 8 points each to protect your characters. Neat. Warlord traits. Alright. Yeah, I'm not going to read through the warlord traits. Telesphia discipline. Alright, I'll read through that, and I won't read through the relics of the Inquisition. No, I won't read through that. You got an idea of what they did. And the Telesphia disciplines are probably going to be pretty awesome. Armories of the Ordos, all the different melee weapons, force weapons, pistol weapons, and ranged weapons you can add to them and their points values. Ooh. Agents of the Inquisition. Inquisitor Indris, Ordo Xenos. You've read the short story background and rules for the Inquisition. Now feast your eye on a gallery of inspirational Inquisitors and their retinues, converted and painted by the talented members of the Warhammer Studio. Ooh, pretty. Mark Bedford's Inquisitor. Neat. Is made from Inquisitor Greyfax, but with the addition of the Skitarii galvanic rifle and the head from St. Celestine. That looked really nice. I think that worked out really well. Oh my goodness, that's, I don't know what's happening, but that's creepy. Inquisitor Borgery, Order Kronos. Nice. Look at all these. Oh, Eisenhorn. Dawn of the Era Indomitus. The Indomitus Crusade was the greatest military offensive by mankind in 10,000 years. It was a counterattack across hundreds of war fronts intended to shore up the failing defenses of the Imperium Sanctus and wrest order from anarchy. Indomitus Crusade. Desert and Ash Wastes. Ooh, as they like to do, Galactic War Zones is an ongoing series of articles showing you how to build and paint your Warhammer 40k armies based around the many planets on which they live and fight. Dig out your sandals and sunscreen because this month we're heading for the desert. Nice. Desert. Ooh, pretty. Wow. Look at all those bolts. That is nice. A Talern Desert Raiders Baneblade. Very nice. Some Ogrins. A Thorax. Cool. Yikes. Nice. I very much enjoy that. Achilles Ridge Runner. That is awesome. Creating desert terrain. Unexpected encounter. Disrupting supply lines, destroying key defensive positions, assassinations. These are just some of the many deadly missions that kill teams are sent on. But sometimes the enemy isn't the most dangerous thing they'll encounter while carrying out their duty. Ooh. What is this? The dreaded amble. The best, well, only way to get your hands on an amble is to pick up the dreaded amble expansion pack for Blackstone Fortress. And you can use an amble in Kill Team. Neat! Using an amble in Kill Team, over to the right you'll find the rules for using an amble in your games of Kill Team. While these rules can be used in any type of Kill Team game, they are best suited to narrative campaigns, as the appearance of an amble in a match play tournament, for example, could really tip the game in someone's favor, or otherwise, as the case may be. And the amble and a boreworm infestation. Well, that is really cute. Ooh. From the maelstrom of a sundered world, the 8 realms were born, and with their birth began a war to claim them. This issue, Maw tribes, 4 warlords, and a Beastgrave battle report. A tale of 4 warlords. Rules of engagement. Rules of engagement focuses on the creation, design, and evolution of the rules of Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Or does it? Because this month, regular columnist Jervis is joined by games developer Sam Pearson to talk about Warcry. Rules of engagement. All about making Warcry. On the Maw path. A campaign. Cool, some story behind the Ogre Mob Tribes. Ogres on campaign. Yeah. Hunger Pains. A fiction about some more ogres. Tale of 4 warlords. I guess this would be painting. Basing practice. Nice bases. Look at those wings. Pretty. Not so pretty. Pretty. Boing, boing, boing. Oh, it's those mushrooms again. I want those mushrooms. Briamdar goes to war. Oh, look at that. That's very nice. Ooh. Those are nicely done. Very nice model. Pretty basics. A battle in Beastgrave. Oh, it's a battle report. I won't reveal the results of the battle report. New rules. Playing games of Apex. New rules for Beastgrave. Path to victory, tactics. The Kiss of Death. The interior of the Blackstone Fortress is vast and unfathomable, a terrifying place where the denizens of chaos lurk around every corner. But what if something enters the fortress that makes even the Dark God's followers cower in fear? Who is it? The Soulless One. Over the next few pages, you'll find rules for using a Solitaire in your games of Blackstone Fortress. As the Solitaire's name suggests, they fight entirely alone, which means a Solitaire will be the only explorer on the board, facing off against a horde of hostiles. A pretty daunting prospect. For the hostiles, that is. Okay. Well, that's different. So, an army of one. Neat. Blackstone Fortress is a game that can be played as both a single player and multiplayer experience, where the one explorer takes control over an entire group and leads them to victory, or a group of friends decides to tackle the challenge of the fortress as a team. There are pitfalls and challenges aplenty for all. But what if a single hero took to the field of battle who was powerful enough to handle the threats of Blackstone Fortress alone? Well, here is a what-if scenario in which we present a potent warrior who is quite capable of completing an expedition by themselves and with activation dice to spare. To set up an edition using this fell-handed explorer, use the rules for setting up a one-off expedition with the following changes. Blah 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 blah. Cool. And that is the Solitaire. Well, let's see. What does the Solitaire do? Well, yeah, it moves 5. Okay, look at those dice. Look at all those dice. I see that. And neat. Harlequin's Kiss, and so it's melee all the way. If an attack with the Harlequin's Kiss inflicts a wound or grievous wound on the target, double the damage caused by that wound or grievous wound. Well, wow, okay. And it gets that. I mean, not just that, but yeah, no, just throw in a square dice just for fun. If this attack was a critical success, the target hostile is slain. Heart Thief. Where? Oh, here. Harlequin's Curse is a Heart Thief. Wow. Nice. A Blur of Motion. When an activation dice would be spent for this explorer to make a move action, reduce its value to 2 instead. If an activation dice would be reduced below 1, it is spent. In addition, in each turn of combat, the Solitaire can perform a gambit without an activation dice being spent. That is some nastiness. So, instead of using up one of your activation dice, you just reduce it down. And these are 1+ and 2+, so you don't really need high activation dice, other for when you're, I guess healing and opening a portal and finding, exploring markers. But for movement and fighting, you don't need it, so you can move around a lot, and you've got 5 movements. That's a lot of flexibility. And you get a gambit each turn, so you could go ahead of all of the enemies before, well, more often than not. And with an agility like that, you're probably going to succeed in your gambit, at least partially, to get ahead of someone, at least. So that's cool. Impossible agility. When a move action is made by the Solitaire, it does not have to halt a move when it enters a hex adjacent to a hostile that is visible to it. In addition, it can move through hexes occupied by hostiles, but cannot end a move in the same hex as a hostile. Well, that's a lot of flexibility too. A Dance of Death. When an activation roll is made for the Solitaire, those dice can be re-rolled. Wow. Neat. Hollow Fields. If a move action was taken with the Solitaire this turn, hostiles cannot treat it as visible unless they are within three hexes when they attack. That is a cool ability. And its Secret Agenda, which would turn it into Inspired, is make 4 move actions and slay 1 hostile after each move action in the same activation phase. Wow. Neat trick. Make 4 move actions, right? So you could, if you had a 6, then you move once, and it goes down to a 4. And you move once again, and it goes down to a 2. But with another one, and you move once again, and it goes down to 0. So 1 dice would have allowed you to move twice, or 3 times, and then you move another time. If you had like a 5, and it'd go down to a 3. You move another time, so that's your 4 movements with just 2 dice. And you have 3 dice left for your attacks, and you have the destiny dice to use as well. I'm assuming you are still maxed out with 2 destiny dice, or that probably cancels that if you're alone. It doesn't say that. Yeah, it doesn't specify that you can use, because normally with the destiny dice you can only use 2. So I'm assuming you can only use 2, but that should still be enough to give you a good chance for the secret agenda. And what happens? You move, increases to 6. That also changes the same. This improves and that improves. If an attack, double the damage, so that's the same. If the attack is the same, that's the same. 1 plus and 2 plus, that's the same. Spent for a move action, it reduces value by 1 instead. Wow, that's nasty. In addition, each turn to combat damage. So, okay, so that gets better. You can really just move around. A blur of motion is a good thing. Does not halt the move. If, in addition, it can move through hexes occupied by hostiles. Okay, so that's the same. An action mode, that's the same. If a move action was taken within the hostiles cannot treat. Okay, so that's the same. So you increase when you're inspired, your move increases to 6, and really you can just like move all over the place. You can just, if you get a 6, you could just move up to enemies, and with that same dice, attack. That is quite fierce. Really, you just save your high casting cost dice and make certain you heal. Yeah, you have so much extra things. You just heal, and if a move action was taken with a solitaire, this action, then they cannot, they don't treat you as visible unless you're 3 hexes away. Yeah, it's definitely possible that you could survive. I can't say it being that easy, but definitely possible. Lots of leeway there. That sounds very interesting to play. One Man Crusade, an interview. Black Library. Black Library. Sons of Fulgrim. Every lunch hour for the past 6 years, Andy Horror has slowly been working on his Emperor's Children army for the Horse Heresy. This is the culmination of his work, a vast legion of space marines with which to bring the ruin of the nascent Imperium. Ooh, purple space marines. Look at all of that. Wow. Oh my gosh. Impressive. Purple Space Marines. Very nice. Ooh. Ooh. Termites. Ooh, I like that effect. Middle Earth, the hero of Esgaroth. This month, Jay Clare from the Middle Earth team gives an insight into how to get the most from his favorite character in the strategy battle game. But just who is Jay's favorite character? None other than the Dragon Slayer himself, Bard the Bowman. Cool. Here he is. inside the studio. As we come to the end of the magazine, we take a look at the games people have been playing and the models we've been painting in the studio for the past month. This issue: dwarves, missiles, golden boys, red boys, a big aircraft, freebies, and several tanks. Free stuff. Nice. Look at that. Valkyrie. He converted his, let's see, Andy Horsley converted his Valkyrie by adding autocannon turrets taken from ahhs defense lines beneath the wings, and a Gatling gun from the Redemptor Dreadnought kit. Cool. Very nice looking. Next month, Ghosts and Flesh Terrors. Ooh, I like ghosts. Cool. Ooh, what's this? Ghosts. Well, that was fun. New Inquisition models that you can add in without using a slot. That's always cool. I enjoyed them, particularly the Eisenhorn, but then I've got an Eisenhorn and I guess I'll try and stick them in somewhere now for sure. And I also enjoyed this new idea of going black. I mean, you could do Blackstone Fortress all on your own, but now you can do it with just one model. I personally enjoy the fun of playing with other people with Blackstone Fortress. So, but hey, I mean, if you're like alone on a windy, cold day, you could totally have fun playing a Blackstone Fortress campaign all by yourself. I'd do it for sure. I've played other games by myself that were meant for other people. I mean, that sounds like a lot of fun. If you're bored one day and you have it all, then why not play it out? Oh, and of course you have to test it on the ultimate level. You have to test it as an abominable, because by yourself at abominable, that sounds fun. Can it be done? I don't know. I would totally want to find out. If you do it, feel free to comment below and tell me how it went. Well, thanks for watching, and as always, like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos, and hit that bell notification so you find out as soon as we put out our next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!